Boy, oh 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 ow. Welcome.
What?
What?
Wait, what? What's going on? Why are you so excited, buddy?
It's the After Hours Radio Live and Unplugged special.
What?
What? Here we are.
I love specials.
Me too.
Especially this one. 'Cause why not?
It's a special.
Yeah.
Which is always the better specials.
Oh, man.
So, Cordell, here we are in the Dirty Chai studio.
That is, in fact, where we are.
And we've been in here for a number of hours now.
It's
And
almost felt like days.
It really has, being pent up like this. They keep us, Dirty Chai Radio, the people that are in charge of After Hours Radio, they keep us locked
It feels
in this
like
cycle.
It feels like we're just like chained to these spots, you know?
Right, we're not on the air all that much, really, which makes being in these chairs, well, it gets long, it gets tiresome, it gets boring because, well, we're only on the air for those 4 hours on Sunday nights,
It is true.
and we're still expected to sit at this chair. So we hijacked the controls, and we decided that we were gonna log into the YouTube page and put our smiling faces out there because you know what, we got nothing better to do. We're stuck, and you're
Yeah.
gonna be stuck with us, but you have the choice to stay or leave.
But you should stay because who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know. You never really know. So far, our experience this evening has been overrun by cats. The
is
Dirty
true.
Chai cat has injected himself in places that would prefer that him not inject himself. But cats
just
do as cats
terrorizing
do.
the place.
Yes. And I'm sure that he'll make an appearance somewhere in here this evening. But Cordell,
Yes, Ryan.
along with the cat infestation.
Infestation, yes.
That's what it's called, isn't it? A cat
I think
infestation?
so. I think so.
You get infested with cats.
Yeah.
Do you know where that word came from? Infest? Infestation? Infest?
No, I do not. Do you?
No, I was actually hoping you would. Because
Mm.
that's one of those words that I don't say it all that often. And when I do, two things happen. I think, gee, I don't say infest right. Or I don't say it often. Am I saying it right? And then I think of Papa Roach. Like, every time the word infest
Yeah.
comes up. It's like, is that really how you say it? Infest? Infest? What a
Right.
weird word.
Right.
And then, of course, I just think of Papa Roach for obvious reasons, right? Obvious reasons? You know why I'm thinking of Papa Roach?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't, do you?
Probably not.
Papa Roach's first album was Infest.
Okay.
You
Well,
didn't know that?
I thought it was an album. I would not have known that it was his first album.
It's a band, man. Papa Roach?
Yes.
Jacoby, whatever his name is, and the three other guys?
I don't know all of their names. No.
No, me either. Just Jacoby and the three other guys.
Yes.
But did you listen to that album at all? Cut my life into pieces.
Yes, I've heard that.
This is my last resort. Did you like it?
Yeah.
No other opinions?
No.
Oh.
Not something I listen to often, so I guess I don't have any other opinions on it.
I was in 6th grade when that came out. And I was so disappointed that my mother bought me the edited version. So disappointed.
She went to Walmart, didn't she?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. But they bought me the edited version of Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP when that was brand new. That wasn't so edited. The edited version.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you can't. There's only so much editing you can do before there's not much music left. I mean,
Right. They edited out what was it? They edited out the F word. They edited out pellet gun, but they didn't.
Really?
Yeah, but they didn't edit shit or bitch or anything less than fuck.
Again, though, you take out fuck, but then, shit and bitch. All three of those, that's a lot of the words in that album again. Like,
right.
Come on.
Just taking out the F word, it was a third of the album.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it was a weird experience, like knowing that this is supposed to be. I was 12 years old, and it was supposed to be edited, and I knew this, but it wasn't, and it was very confusing when things like Pellet Gun then were. I feel like they were just messing with the censors with that edit. Like,
yeah, I would have if I was on whatever team that is taking care of that.
And I remember my dad asking me.
I would have taken out the obvious, but then I would have just had fun with it too.
Right. I remember my dad asking me if it was edited or not. I feel like he read an article about how badly it was edited, or
probably
not really edited.
Yeah.
And he didn't really care. My parents didn't shelter me, and I don't think that they bought me the clean versions on purpose. It was just small town Wisconsin don't have many music stores, so you go to that box store that only sells good family values.
Yeah.
Which,
even now in Rice Lake, is there a lot of places to go to buy CDs besides?
No, and they've.
I guess we do have the one.
You do have
used store.
You've got River City Records,
City? Yeah,
and that's a phenomenal store.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you walk into that store, you feel like you're in a big city record shop.
It's really small, but there's a huge selection of vinyl, CDs. I think they have movies.
I talked with the owner last year, and I think he said something like, it's a small shop. You can you walk in there, the owner's behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said there's something like over 10,000 records that he had just gotten in, and they keep getting more and more.
Nice.
So it's definitely worth a look around there, because you're going to find so many great albums, original pressings too. Yeah,
they have good prices too.
They do. They have very reasonable prices.
Mm-hmm.
I got an original pressing of Queen Live Killers there.
Nice.
Sam Stone is the song. John Prine is the guy that sang it. Got that record from there, and a few other ones. They've got some really good stuff, and spanning all sorts of time frames too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can find really old and fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they get new releases.
I haven't seen a lot of new stuff,
but
it looks like a lot of stuff that they get out from other people bringing, and it doesn't look like they're really ordering that much of new stuff. So
right, but the stuff that they have there it's
good though.
It is phenomenal. Cordell,
Ryan,
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little musical.
I suppose I always am. I like listening to music.
I like listening to music.
It's always
too.
on the mind.
You know what's on my mind right now?
What's that?
Well, a lot of things, and I can talk about some of them. You know what, Cordell?
What?
Just drop dead Van Pike.
I've been wandering down the same road back into town. fucking blast. Did you hear me? We're going out again. There's a dive just down the street where the two-dime hookers hang. Ask them if they're clean. Wash your dirty mouth. Going home alone. It's a drag. It's a drag. No, it's a blast. It's a drag. It's a drag. It's a blast. It's a blast. It's a no more cutting short on Lipson Street. Keep your gold, got many lives, but only one soul, and I intend to keep it under my switchblade feet. Come thunder, my heat's like an oven on crack. You can cut me up in pieces, stop my lung support. Drown me if you can. I don't get upset. Put me out, oh way out. I don't wanna waste my food. I wanna give you heart and soul, my heart and soul. No more rage. I don't wanna waste my food. I wanna give you heart and soul, my heart and soul. Temper no stargazer, what's the frame? Speeding left lane, feeling up my race. But I intend to stay wide open. You silly brain, enough of this sloping. I don't wanna hear another stupid idea of yours. You can cut me up in pieces, stop my lung support. Drown me if you can. I don't get upset. Now put me out, oh way out. I don't wanna waste my food, but I wanna give you heart and soul, my heart and soul. No more rage. I don't wanna waste my food, but I wanna give you heart and soul, my heart and soul. Now put me out, oh way out. I don't wanna waste my food. I wanna give you heart and soul, my heart and soul. No more rage. I don't wanna waste my food. Give you
What is going? Everything was black, but now it is not. Here we are, still in the Dirty Chai studio, Cordell.
All right. What's going on?
We've got a
Got to pass the charger over there to a
A
friend.
visitor.
I forgot it.
Goodbye.
Adios, friend.
Goodbye, friend. I hope your night goes swimmingly. It's a professional operation we run here. Being held captive at the microphone.
We do what we can.
Right. Speaking of, Cordell,
Yes.
doing what we can. We've got this sitting here at the broadcast desk,
Oh boy.
and I was trying to make some sense of it.
Is it a real hard hitting story?
It's a news story here, and I wanted to see if you could make any sense of it. But I don't know. Being that we're on camera, maybe I need to change some names, protect some innocence.
Yeah, possibly.
So, could you give me a female name? Any old name will do.
Patricia.
Patricia.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if we need it, but does Patricia have a last name?
I don't know. I guess I didn't have one in mind. How about
I feel like Long Henry would work all right.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if we're gonna need Patricia's last name. I just know we need a female name.
Any other names we gotta identities we gotta cover up?
Yes, it looks like we're going to need a male's name, first and last. Preferably of Irish descent, but doesn't need to be.
Irish descent.
Yeah, a good old Irish name if you can scrounge one. Patricia is good, but we already used that, and we're looking for a guy. So I guess Patrick, but Patricia and Patrick might get a little confusing. So,
Right.
who's your favorite Irishman?
I guess I'm like drawing a blank on my favorite Irishman.
Let's go with
How about a classic Connor?
Connor.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of Irish? I'm not sure, I guess.
You're thinking Conor McGregor, aren't you?
I know. I used a cop out. I'm sorry, but we're not
Gotcha.
gonna use his last name, of course.
All right.
We
So
don't want to confuse people. I don't know. Did you have any last names in mind there, Ryan?
what was
What about
who's that guy on The Simpsons? Mick something.
crap.
You know who I'm talking about. Well, let's just go with let's see, O'Halloran.
Why not?
O'Halloran. Connor O'Halloran. That kind of reminds me of Clerks too, or Clerks in general. Anyway, okay. So we've got our names. Now, I'm going to present to you the story,
All right.
with the names changed to protect the innocent. But the story you're about to hear is true. It comes to us from Barron County Logs.
What?
And, well, I'll introduce you. This is the city, Prairie Farm, Wisconsin, located in Barron County, Wisconsin. A potential catastrophe brewing. Sunday, at about 7:15 a.m., the Barron County Sheriff's Department received a report of a full litter box in Prairie Farm. A subject, identified as Patricia, called the Sheriff's Department advising them that she currently has a court order not to make contact with Connor O'Halloran. O'Halloran is at the residence with the litter box in question. Patricia says that she keeps getting notifications on her phone stating that the drawer of the litter box is full. Patricia would like an officer to go to the residence and make sure that Connor is aware. The responding officer said that they would not be going to the residence and that Connor would have to figure it out for himself. An example of what your local departments have to deal with on a day in, day out basis.
Well,
Could you make any sense? Basically,
So they don't live in the same household.
well,
She like
we don't know that.
That's like what it sounds like. But it almost sounds like she's like,
Patricia has a court order not to make contact with Connor,
yep.
but Connor is in the residence with the full litter box. So she can't go change the litter box because Mr. O'Halloran is there. Right? That's what I'm picking up.
Yep, sounds like it.
And apparently O'Halloran is ignoring a full litter box.
I mean,
And
that sounds more like his problem, though.
but she's getting notifications on her phone because apparently this is a smart litter box that notifies
my
you when it is full.
goodness.
So she's getting endless notifications that the litter box is full.
I just heard something about these new smart litter boxes like a week or two ago.
Well, apparently
That's hilarious, actually.
she would just like the notifications to stop.
Yeah, and
And
she could just like disconnect her phone from the thing.
So you take Mr. O'Halloran's side then.
Well, I mean, no, I think it's gross that he's not changing the full litter box.
Well, it's the drawer. I assume that it's like self-cleaning. It knocks it down into another bin or something.
Right, but like it's full, so like he's got to empty it, or otherwise it's gonna overflow.
Maybe it's not his cats. Maybe they're
But
Patricia's
he
cats.
lives there, obviously. I would assume. I
It
mean,
does not say
I
that he
shouldn't
lives there.
It sounds like it though.
Well,
Well,
why does she have the notifications on her phone? Does she live there too with him?
I
But they
don't
have a
know,
no
dude.
contact?
I don't.
That sounds messy. That sounds awfully messy.
There's a lot going on there.
There is. I don't
Sounds
know
like
if we can unpack the drawer. Get it?
I'd-
Because the litter box
yeah.
drawer is full.
I mean,
Did you get my joke?
I did.
Well, you write me a letter and let me
But
know that you understood my joke. Thank you. Thank you for the validation. It's all I craved. Just a little. But I don't know if I like that these... Put aside everything that you've just heard and focus on the litter box is harassing you. We are reaching that point where our appliances are harassing us.
Yeah.
To the point where we're calling the cops and trying to get a different human to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need your litter boxes to be
Okay, so
smart?
I'm gonna assume you haven't heard anything about these smart
No,
litter boxes
I know
necessarily.
nothing. I know nothing.
Maybe this is not as fancy of a one that I recently heard about, but I recently heard about these really fancy ones that you can connect. You know those Roombas, the robot vacuum things.
Yeah.
So you it's a smart litter box, so it like does like the auto cleaning or whatever, however
Yeah.
that works. I don't own any cats, so I don't necessarily understand that whole thing. But so it does that.
To be fair, humans don't own cats. Cats own humans.
That is true.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But also, so you can connect this to your Roomba, and like anytime your cat uses the litter box and then gets out, like it might spill some cat litter on your floor, so you might have some
Yeah.
on the floor around it.
Oh, I know the struggle. It's
It
real.
will notify your robot vacuum, and your robot vacuum will go and vacuum up the stray litter on the floor around the litter box.
Roombas
and-
work for litter? Every
Um,
time I try to vacuum up a litter, it just shoots it across the room like little cat litter torpedoes. Just.
Apparently, those Roombas are just something else. I'm not sure.
Star Trek had photon torpedoes, and I'm stuck with kitty litter torpedoes. Just. Yeah. How do you rate? I rate with the kitty litter.
I don't know. That was just the fancy smart litter box that I heard about.
I
I don't.
don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know why our like smart toasters.
Is that a thing?
You can have like a Bluetooth. Why do you need a Bluetooth toaster?
What?
I don't get it.
How,
Does your
what's the point of that even?
I don't. So you can get the perfect brownness in your toast.
Yeah, but like you still have to get up and go to your kitchen and put the bread in your toaster.
Right. I don't.
I guess unless you're one of those people that like puts your bread in the toaster the night before, so when you wake up you can turn your toaster on immediately.
Right, and you could
But
do
then,
it
like,
from your phone. I kind of.
That sounds ridiculous.
I kind of understand the convenience of a smart refrigerator. I kind of. Do I think it's needed? No. But do I get it? Kind of. Like having cameras on every shelf or level so that you can be at the grocery store and be like, okay, so what do I need? And then you just look inside your fridge while you're at the grocery store.
That would be
I
handy.
get that. Yeah, I get that. But a smart toaster?
No thanks.
A smart coffee pot I could probably get behind.
Ooh, that one I could actually, yeah.
Yep. But I don't
I
know
would
that I need a
probably-
smart microwave.
If I had a smart coffee pot, I'd probably be better about not hitting the snooze button on my alarm.
I thought that with an automatic coffee maker, and no, that was not the case.
What do you mean?
I got an automatic coffee maker thinking if I know going to bed at night that when I wake up, there's going to be fresh brewed coffee.
Oh,
right
like
there
you can
for
set
me.
a timer on it so when it
so
to start.
And I thought, I'll have it go off
Yep.
because I gotta work super early.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll have it go off. Let's go with 4:50. Start brewing the coffee.
Yeah.
I'll wake up at 4:55 to a full brewed pot of coffee.
Right. Or one in the process of being brewed.
Right.
It'd be great.
Yeah. And no. What ended up happening was the alarm would go off. I'd smell the coffee and I'd think, oh, that smells nice, and fall back asleep, hit the snooze, and then I'd wake up, hit the snooze again.
Yeah.
Wake up, hit the snooze again. And then just about the time that the coffee pot is going to shut itself off, I wake up and I have 1 cup of coffee and I have to dump the rest out because I don't get to it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I would just get my ass out of bed, I would drink that whole pot of coffee in an hour before I had to be wherever I needed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I love coffee. I go overboard on coffee. I really do. It's one of those things where there's never enough. But then you know what happens, Cordell.
What?
Oh, you'll start getting dehydrated.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's
My
not good.
heart starts to race. Classic caffeine overdose.
Yep.
And then I get super hungry. Like in the middle of the day. Like, oh. But then the feeling passes. And I'm no longer hungry for the rest of the day. And I end up not eating when I drink coffee in the morning. Like I got a small window where I can eat a good lunch, and if I don't do it, then no, forget it. Because you know what happens after lunchtime when you drink a pot of coffee in the morning? Nap time. You get that crash. That 2:30 feeling is that commercial love to remind us for those years. You ever get that 2:30 feeling? You know how I combat it?
How?
With a nap. Because I'm one of the lucky ones.
Unfortunately, I'm working around 2:30 most days, so I don't really get that luxury of a 2:30 nap.
A 2:30
But I get
nap.
sometimes I do get like a late morning nap before work. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. My dad for years worked 3 or 4 10-hour days, had Fridays off, and it still technically does, but they've been working overtime for forever. But what he would do is on Fridays, because my mom's getting ready for work, whatever, she's got to do her thing in the morning. He'd wake up just to annoy her and go back to bed for his nap, and he'd like to say that he sets his alarm on Friday so that he can wake up in time for his nap. He doesn't want to sleep through it and miss it.
I mean, why not? You have that designated day off to be able to do that. Why wouldn't you?
Right, and there's something to be said about getting a good late morning nap.
Yeah.
Like, you're up.
Especially if you get up and have like a cup of coffee and then you just like you relax and you enjoy the morning and then nap time.
Yeah, like
That's the best.
that is truly one of the best ways to start a day is like getting up. Hey, think summer, right? Where you get a nice, good sunrise fairly early. We're talking 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you have that cup of coffee, one or two. You don't need to get carried away,
Right.
Because you gotta pace yourself so you can hit that 9 a.m. nap.
Yeah, exactly. You still got to be able to get the nap in.
Yeah, it's you gotta, and then because you're napping at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 10, but you can wake up then. If you go to sleep at 8, 9, you can wake up 10, 11. And there's some people that are waking up for the first time for the day
Right.
at that time.
Right.
Or, sleep. You go ahead and sleep until 1 or 2. Get a full 5-hour nap in. Because those are my favorite. Like, if I'm going to nap, don't trust me to be anywhere after that the rest of the day. I might as well just be going back to bed. I love it.
You get that nap hangover for the rest of the day.
No, I just nap for the rest of the day. Like I just.
You're just a heavy sleeper.
Yep, I start to napping, and you don't rely on me to. You won't hear from me for at least 4 hours, maybe 5, could be 6. And sometimes you take those accidental naps, and
those ones where you wake up and you're like, "What day is it?"
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like you're watching something or
especially in the winter up here in Wisconsin,
yeah.
especially it's the worst when you take one of those and then you wake up say like 7:30 and it's dark out and you're like, "Oh crap, is it 7:30 at night or is it 7:30 in the morning?" Like did you sleep like 14 hours or like 3 or 4?
That actually happened to me where I had fallen asleep. And it was late afternoon, winter, like, I don't know, I put something on the TV around 3:30, and I woke up at 5:30, pitch black, and I could not figure out, is it AM or PM?
Right.
Because if it's AM, I got to be to work in a half hour.
Yeah.
If it's PM... I got a whole night ahead of me.
Exactly.
You know what time it was, Cordell?
Well, I hope that it was PM.
It was not.
Oh, no.
I had slept from 3:30 in the afternoon to 5:30 in the morning.
You slept for 14 hours?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, man.
It was, I had been...
you must have been real tired.
Yes, I had been working 2 jobs and also partying pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I needed a bunch of minutes.
Just a minute to
just
catch
collect
up.
myself. Yeah, that was a good time. I was working overnights at that time. So add into the confusion.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, wait a second.
Rough. Right, but that was always at the end of the week when I was doing the overnights. I was like a guaranteed Thursday or Friday into Friday or Saturday morning.
Yep.
And that helped knowing that it's not going to ruin my sleep schedule too much for normal waking business hours.
Yeah.
It's always a bummer. Always a bummer.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've had a good 12 to 14 hour sleep.
I go back and forth on whether or not I truly enjoy them or wish they wouldn't happen.
Right.
But I'm always appreciative after it does happen.
Yeah, me too. I did do a lot of those early morning get up for the sunrises and then late morning nap during lockdown about this time last year. We're getting close to that time.
We are. That 2 weeks has lasted a year. Hate it when that happens. That's like those naps.
Wait, what year? What time is it?
Exactly. We went to sleep in March. Okay, it's March.
Hey.
Oh, it's March again.
Oh, it's next March.
Oh, that's always rough.
Well, do you have any music for us, Ryan?
I'll tell you what I got. You know what I got?
What?
I ride a guitar.
Hooray!
In Purple Haze.
Ain't that a beautiful sight? Coming in quick, a little low in time. Gonna catch you just right, pull you up to outer space. Wasn't that a good day? Red guitar, purple haze, stick love in the ball was all you needed. How you did? Sing me back, mama, sing me back. 'Cause I'd give it all and more to that man. Oh, one day. Ain't that a beautiful sound? Hear the band and accuse the crowd, and they cry loud, get out of here. It's gone. Wasn't that a good year? Money and cars and souvenirs, a big backyard and a big black dog, and a hole to put your feet in. Sing me back, mama, sing me back. 'Cause I'd give it all and more to that man. Oh, one day. Isn't that a wonderful feeling? Throw some burning heat in. You can hear that whip cry from a mile
Saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound. The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. In spite of all, you're my best friend. Let's sit down, it's getting cold. All that glitter is not gold, and you are something I don't wanna miss. The way you looked at me before makes me want you even more. If you want to, I'm up for a kiss. I know it's tough. Don't let anybody tell you you're not enough. There are days when we all feel like we're messed up, but we know that we're all diamonds in the rough. In spite of all, we are all we got. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. Despite of all, you're my best friend.
What?
Where'd you go? I can't see.
Hey.
I'm blind. Oh, there you are.
I'm right here.
I found you. I found you. I found you.
I still ain't moved.
No. You Cordell, you were saying you have off. You don't have to go to work?
Oh, tomorrow? No, I don't. Tomorrow is my day off for the week.
Did they give that to you, or did you take extraordinary measures? Like,
No, they gave this one to me.
have you ever like skipped work? Played hooky? Called in when maybe you were actually feeling well?
No.
No. Not your style?
No.
Well, this guy. I came across this just a little bit ago.
Oh boy. What you got, Ryan?
Well, this guy in Arizona. I don't know if I'm slowly judging him or slowly becoming impressed. I'm not sure.
I like where this is going.
But this guy in Arizona was arrested for allegedly faking his own abduction to try and get out of going to work.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's probably the best idea.
That's.
I mean, if your employer is smart, they'll call somebody about that. Would not suggest. But
Well,
I wouldn't know from experience, I guess. Do you have more information?
well, please. He went to extraordinary lengths.
Oh, no.
19-year-old.
Oh, that's why.
He was found near a water tower with his hands bound behind his back and a bandana stuffed in his mouth. He told the police that 2 masked men kidnapped him, knocked him unconscious, and drove him around in a vehicle before leaving him there by the water tower. Police did an exhaustive investigation and found that the whole thing was fabricated and the kidnapping and assault never occurred. So he was arrested for false reporting and reportedly admitting during an interview that he made up the story as an excuse to get out of work. Like, that's a lot of trouble to go to. Maybe just quit at that point.
Damn kids.
Do you think he got fired?
I would imagine so.
Right, you just asked the guy not to come back at that.
I have a hard time believing that he didn't.
My dad.
But I guess I don't know.
My dad one time told me of a guy that drove into work. He lived in a next town over or whatever, and drove all the way into work. Went to the gas station across the street. Called work and said, "I can't come in today." Somebody saw him at the gas station calling on the payphone.
He's right across the road.
Right, so he got fired because they caught him calling
Go to a payphone across town, man.
Right. And this was obviously before cell phones, but the guy drove all the way in and decided once he got there, basically, you know what? Nah, I ain't doing this today.
I ain't feeling this today.
No, you're right.
Hey,
though.
look, a payphone.
Yeah, you're right though. He should have made the decision probably about 2 miles back.
Not necessarily like a fake calling in, but this person I worked with once.
Just once?
Actually, yeah, only once.
Fair enough. I have a feeling the rest of your story is going to explain that.
I don't know exactly what happened, but they came into work one day, and then they went out for a smoke break, and said person didn't come back from their smoke break, and we finally realized that later. But somebody went back and looked on the camera just to see if anything happened, on that smoke break or whatever. And dude actually sat out back, finished his cigarette, and then decided to leave. He didn't even just walk out the door and keep going. He sat there and had his smoke break before he left.
He pondered it. It. He had some things to consider before he did it.
I guess so.
That is funny.
We thought that was a little funny.
I don't know that I've ever witnessed odd departures. I've maybe been involved in some odd departures, but I don't know that I've witnessed other people up and quitting. I, for a very short time in an earlier life, owned a mobile DJ company, and I was hiring for a second DJ. Business had been picking up, and guy shows up, and I went through 3 or 4 applicants basically. I'd have them come out to a gig and basically work with me for a night, and if they wanted to do it, I was basically willing to accept anybody. I'd train people to do things the way that I wanted them done. I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
So this guy shows up, and I can't remember what type of event it was. I don't feel like it wasn't a school dance. I got in trouble for some of the school dances. Were you at those?
I don't know.
Did you go to Rice Lake?
No.
Oh, well then no. You might be the right age, but...
I was going to say, it's possible I'm the right age, but I didn't go to Rice Lake, and I don't recall ever going to any Rice Lake dances.
Functions, yeah. There was a basketball game that I DJ'd after once that I don't know if it was one of my best moments or one of my worst moments, but I did it. Kids have fun.
Of course they did.
And I think I got scolded when I did a prom in Shell Lake, but maybe I didn't. They just gave me like a huge list of things that I couldn't play, and I laughed really hard at it, and then played some of them anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's probably some that's like, how can I not play this, right?
Yep,
Like,
yep. Well, I mean, it was.
I mean, I understand some of the requests they make, but some of them it's just like, come on.
I'm so disconnected right now from any sort of like dance music. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, I'd use charts for references.
Right.
But actually having an opinion and like, oh yeah, this would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a lot of studying to do before I jumped right back into that.
Yeah.
But that was always a lot of fun. I'd basically just, like, if it wasn't a wedding, I'd basically just try and like put a nightclub style playlist together and go for it. I wasn't all that great at beat mixing, but I could beat mix a little bit. Out of practice now. I don't know if that stuff's like riding a bike or not. I haven't done it in years. So I wouldn't necessarily do it and say, hey, look at me, let me be the DJ. that might not go so well. Might be a little embarrassing. But yeah. Where did we go? How did we get here?
I'm not really sure, actually. Oh, we were talking about people.
Oh yeah,
calling into work originally.
This guy, whatever function I was DJing was at. It was at the Moose Lodge in town.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a smaller thing, maybe like a anniversary or a birthday party type of a deal. But low pressure situation to train this guy in, but he pulled the same thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna go have a cigarette quick, and gone, just gone. Then I didn't think of it right away. Just like, oh,
it's a long cigarette break.
yeah, and pardon.
Oh, maybe you got lost.
Yeah, the worst part was like he didn't even like get into the DJing part of it. Like he set up the equipment and left. Like, thanks for the help. Bye.
Right.
Never saw the guy. Never heard from him again.
Weird.
Yeah. Don't remember his name. I thought he was a local, so perhaps I've run into him and talked to him and
didn't even know.
Yep. That's how little I saw him. He did not make much of an impression. Like, I've got an image of him in my mind, but whether or not that image is correct, I don't know, man. I was just there.
That's weird.
I just work here, man. I like that. It was in a meme that I saw. I don't remember what meme it was, but are you a meme person?
I do appreciate viewing memes. I'm not like a meme creator by any means.
I appreciate
and
it.
I don't really like repost a lot of them. I do send some to my friends like you.
Yeah, I've received a meme from you. I appreciate a good meme, but I hate all bad memes or mediocre memes.
Right.
Yeah, a good meme, yeah, but anything less than a good meme, like an okay meme, yeah. Nah.
We got standards around here.
Yeah. If you're going to monopolize my time with this damn social media addiction, make it good.
Exactly.
I want every hit to count. None of this, And I hate when I don't understand a meme, not because.
Oh yeah, why do I have to think about what this meme is trying to tell me?
Yeah. And not to say that I get frustrated by, like, a cultural or a generational difference type of a thing. Like,
yeah.
Oh, these damn kids, get off my lawn. No, I'm pretty good at recognizing, I'm just too old to get this one. Don't mind that. I don't like when people try to sound smart or clever in a meme and it's
It really just
Doesn't.
doesn't make sense.
yeah, yeah, or like
Or
being
just, I don't know. It doesn't come off the way I think that they intended it all the time.
or it came off the way they intended and they just shouldn't have had those intentions.
That is also true.
Like, no, man, no, just
That ain't the one.
stop. You're cheesy. You're corny. It's done. It's over. Space Jam was over with in 1996. Let it die, please. Aren't they remaking Space Jam, or coming out with Space Jam 2?
I don't know. I feel like I've been hearing that for like a decade.
I thought I heard it at the beginning of the pandemic, which
Yeah.
would mean
I think I've actually been hearing that for like the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 years.
I do not
It's
like
really-
this development.
It's really annoying.
I do not like this development in the
Because at
story
this point,
all.
I would just rather they didn't.
Right? It's stringing me on for so long. Forget it.
Well, I
Forget
mean,
it.
it's already. What was it? 20
years almost.
Yeah.
No, it's more than, isn't it?
Was
Yeah.
it 1999?
I thought it was 96.
96? So 25 years now? Come on, just get over it.
Who was it? Post Malone covered Hootie and the Blowfish for Pokemon's 25th anniversary. I know there's a lot to
Nice.
process there, but
I mean,
I listened to it.
What did you think? I have not heard it, so I don't know.
It reminded me of The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid?
Yeah, The Little Mermaid.
How so?
The instrumentation that they chose.
Mm.
I imagined crustaceans and things singing Hootie and the Blowfish to me with heavy auto-tune. It
Interesting.
wasn't unpleasant.
Not at the top of your list though.
I don't know that I will seek it out ever again.
Hmm.
The word I'm looking for is seeked. Oh, I wasn't sure. I seeked it out. I looked for it once.
Uh-huh.
Cause ow, I bit my tongue. I heard about it and I needed to know what it was. I needed
Right.
to know how it sounded. I didn't just want to form an opinion of it without hearing it.
Yeah.
So I looked for it. And I'm not sorry that I looked for it. I don't know that I'd do it again. That's about where I stand. And I don't know if it's going to catch on. I looked at comments under articles about it,
Yeah.
and I don't know, half of them just love everything that Post Malone does. And the other half hate everything that Post Malone does because he looked like he passed out at a party and never washed his face. Not my words. Theirs. I quote.
We quote the YouTube comments, people.
Yes. And, you know, that is a way to pass time in and of itself right there. Find any Post Malone post by any major publication that a couple different generations get access to, like Rolling Stone or any, yeah. Old,
The internet's people, find it.
old people commenting on, like, commenting on Post Malone is always a trip to read. They don't get it. And it's not worth explaining Post Malone to a 7-year-old. They don't get it. And they think that they're supposed to get it. They're not supposed. Like the memes that I don't understand from the younger kids.
Can appreciate that I don't understand it. I don't need to understand it.
No, it's...
I appreciate the ones that I already understand.
Yes, and some things I wouldn't say they go over my head, but they just...
Don't really make sense.
They fall under my feet.
Yes. Quite exactly.
I just step over or around, and my life goes on.
You know, time's arrow only
Marches forward. Yes, you're not wrong
I
there.
really had to think about how that went for a second.
You're more confident than I in actually saying that in front of a microphone. I've always wanted to reference that exact phrase, Just the
You
times,
set it up. I had to knock it down.
the times that it's been set up for me, was not confident enough to say the words in the correct order.
For some reason, I actually think it might be times arrow
Merely
marches forward.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. I have half a mind. Dark.
Dark.
Spoiler?
If you know, you know.
And if you don't, well,
You should.
figure it out. The meme doesn't go over your head. It's standing there.
Right in front of you.
Yes. Slightly spinning, even. Cordell, 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 Cordell. Cordell.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
What? Somebody out there?
Hi!
Oh, it's Ryan. How are you?
I've never been better. This right here is the best moment of my life. I'm pretty sure it's all downhill from here.
Ouch.
Ouch, you get to be involved in the best moment I've ever had.
I know, but now I have to live with knowing that everything is downhill for you from here.
Well,
I don't know how much I like that.
You live a little, you lose a little. Yeah.
Sometimes you lose a lot.
Yeah, things happen. Who am I to, do anything about it? I don't know. Anyway, Cordell.
Ryan?
Did you know
No.
that you're wearing a cowboy hat? And you have been this whole time, haven't you?
Oh, that actually I did know. Yes. I am wearing a cowboy hat. I don't wear cowboy hats often, but
Is it because you're coming out with a country album?
no, I still got writer's block. I'm sorry, Ryan. I have not been able to come up with that country album that you've been dreaming of for years.
I just think something tells me that when you finally get there, when you finally get can we get a sample right now, right here and now?
No.
Come on, I'll get you the guitar.
Nope.
And you'll bust it out.
That's
Yeah.
really funny because I actually don't know how to play guitar.
Prove it. You're gonna play the guitar.
No,
You're gonna play the
thank you.
guitar, Cordell.
No.
You're playing the guitar.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play the guitar, Ryan.
You gotta prove that.
I am not playing the guitar.
You gotta prove that you don't know how.
I,
You gotta prove that you don't know how.
nope.
Cordell.
I cannot play the guitar, Ryan. There's no country album on the way. Don't let his rumors fool you. But if you want to give me the proceeds, maybe,
Don't let his bashfulness fool you. He just doesn't want to spoil it for when it gets released. Like, he's pulling one of those Taylor Swift things where, nobody gets to do anything with the music until and if Cordell says so. And that's just how it's got to be. But we anticipate the release whenever it happens. We'll look for it, and perhaps dirtygyradio.com is where we'll be able to purchase this.
Yeah, possibly.
I heard that you made a rap song about the pandemic at one point.
Did I?
Yeah, under your moniker Scrimps.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That happened.
Got to
So
keep your hands clean,
That's right. You got to keep your hands slow your roll. Really though, you won't play us a song?
I cannot play the guitar.
He's lying.
I do not know how to play the guitar.
What if I gave you a quarter?
A what?
A quarter? A little circular
Oh, no.
silver piece?
Like the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how that would make a difference, I guess.
I couldn't
You
pay
want
you a
me-
quarter to play me the guitar?
No.
26 cents?
I still cannot play the guitar.
Can you play the guitar for 50 cents?
No. I couldn't play the guitar for $1 million.
Why did we move away from cents and start using more dollars? Like, inflation's a thing, but why can't deflation be a thing? Like, wouldn't it be nice if everything was just a nickel again? We could just decide that a nickel is worth $5, and a nickel has the buying power of $5 now.
Yeah, but then don't you think they would start taking the money away from us as well?
Who?
The government people that already take the money away from us. If things are going to be worth less, don't you think they're going to try to decrease the wages too? Then they're just taking money away from us. And we're still living the same way.
Well, I didn't say it was a well thought out plan. It was just a plan.
But yeah, if I could get like a candy bar for like a dime or something again, that'd be cool. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
and
it
make
was, a
today's
nickel or
wages.
something, I don't know.
Make today's wages and have those prizes. That'd be
Man.
okay.
I would have so much cool stuff. Like I mean, I feel like I already have a decent amount of cool stuff, but like I would have so much more cool stuff.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it would be awesome.
You know what I've always kind of wanted?
I'd have a
But we'll-
much larger record collection. That's for
Right.
Sure.
If I had money to burn, I'd buy 2 things probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like adult toys. I'd probably wrong phrase to use. I'd probably buy a boat and a 4-wheeler. Probably 2 4-wheelers because I don't want a 4-wheel alone.
Right.
So 2 4-wheelers
Nice.
and a boat. I don't need either of those in my life. I would find enjoyment with them.
Right.
But they say, and it's probably true, but the 2 best days in a boat owner's life, do you know what they are, Cordell?
I don't think I do.
The day he buys the boat and the day he sells the boat. Or she, the day they buy the boat. Yeah, because maintenance and whatever.
Suppose they do seem like they're a lot more work than they, I guess, appear to be.
Yeah,
I feel like as I've known more boat owners over the years, they seem like they're more work than.
I think it depends on how much you're gonna use.
That's also true.
If you're gonna use it like every day or every weekend, and maybe the work is worth it because you're getting a lot out of it. Whereas, you got a pontoon and you only put it in the water for the 4th of July weekend, and then you never touch it again.
Right. Nah, man. If I'm having a pontoon, I'm out there like
I'm just
once a
gonna live.
week.
I'm gonna Jimmy Buffett shit the rest of my life. Pirates look at 40 indeed. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, right in the middle of Rice Lake. Yeah, why not?
That'd be great.
It would. Like I'm
We-
not driving
we-
the boat. You got a sober cab.
We could have a party on any lake around here every day.
We really could. We
every
just
day.
need to.
Every day of the summer.
You've seen my car.
I have.
It's a little worse for wear.
It's hanging in there though.
It is very, very well.
Yes.
But if I ever,
Some might say very well.
it's all subjective. If I ever replace the what I lovingly refer to as the shit box, should I ever replace it? I'd like to get a little S10 so I can pull things or keep my longboard in the back. I have no business driving a big truck, but I've driven the shit box like a truck for years, which is why it looks the way it does, taking it down, well, off-roading essentially.
Yes.
Trying to go camping.
Sometimes he thinks he can drive it like a race car too, people.
Not anymore. Things fall off too easily. Can't be doing that.
At one time though,
Actually, I'm not really a speeder. That's not something I do. When I was in high school, I was. I think many speeding tickets once.
I was a bit of a speeder in high school too. I think I had 2 speeding tickets before I
Oh, wow.
graduated.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3.
The only 2 I've gotten, but
Same. Once I got out of high school, I stopped getting speeding tickets, and I'm one of those guys that a lot of people will go 5 over or whatever, and nobody cares. I'm one of those guys that just by default I'm probably going 5 under, just because I learned my lesson early on. I don't really have to.
You're one of those, the Sunday driver every day of the week.
Yeah. And I really don't mind if you're getting upset about it behind me. That's fine. You can figure out either how to slow down or go around. It'll be okay. And then because I'm always such a timely person, I get in those scenarios where I have a moral dilemma. I don't allow myself to speed, but I need to get somewhere faster than what I'm allowing myself to get there.
Yeah.
And so the whole car ride is just mini slow-moving panic attack. Like I'm bouncing like I'm speeding.
Like,
but
come on.
yeah, faster! Can't this car go any faster? I don't know, driver. Can it? No, it cannot.
Then we would be speeding. We cannot do that.
No, we cannot. Because you know what always happens every time I give in and be like, okay, I'm going to go 37 in the 35. There's a cop.
And you get all paranoid.
Yeah, and I slow back down to 30. And now I look suspicious because I'm going to hitting the brakes in front of a cop.
Right.
But I haven't been pulled over for that yet. I have been. Well, I did get pulled over for going too slow once. That was in the Twin Cities.
Oh yeah.
I was not on the highway. I was on what essentially was a road similar to Knapp Street, in that it was 4-lane, businesses on both sides, maybe some houses too. And looking at it, it wasn't an easy road to guess what the speed limit was.
Right. Yeah.
I figured 30, 35 maybe.
Right.
Just to be safe, I'm going to go 25. And I had just moved. I had just moved to the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep. Not that like I was having trouble adjusting. It was more all this excited energy. Like there's just so much to see. And
Yep.
so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm just driving around learning my new neighborhoods. And I'm going 25. Like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And cop pulls me over. Why are you going so slow, sir? And they did not believe me that I had not been drinking. I had to do the whole.
They made you do the field sobriety test.
Yep. And
They make
breathalyzer.
you a breathalyzer too.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Asked me if I wanted to keep the tube as a souvenir. I said, "What is this? My welcome to Minnesota gift?"
No kidding.
I had lived there for maybe, I don't know. How many years or months? It was like a month or so, a month and a half perhaps, something like that.
Yeah.
But then they told me that I couldn't have things hanging from my mirror. So now,
Really?
yeah, I don't have anything hanging from my mirror, but I do have 2 rabbits that sit on top of my mirror, and they look down and judge other drivers. Yes.
I had a similar experience, not like getting pulled over for driving too slow, but with the whole excitement of moving to a new city and not being able to sleep when I moved to Madison a few years ago. That was the worst, man. That summer I slept like barely at all. It was so bad. But
man.
it was a fun summer because like new city and everything.
Yeah.
New people and whatnot. That was pretty fun.
Nice.
But
I've
I
always
just remember that summer was so terrible for sleep.
right. Some of the best summers some of the best summers are the worst for sleep.
Yep.
As it should be, though. I remember
But-
the first time when like young as a freshly minted adult out of high school. I think it was just before I went to college. The first time I had partied like all night and saw the sunrise still partying.
Yep.
Like that was such a beautiful moment, really. It was our local town's annual festival, Aquafest.
Oh.
And my cousin had come to town for it.
Nice.
And I have no idea who performed that summer. I have no idea anything about the music, but
it was a good time.
it was. And it was the first time, and he wasn't even like ready to go to bed. Like it was 4:30 in the morning going on 5 and still going. And at this point we had found ourselves out in the middle of the country and just surrounded by trees, grass, and cows.
Just the two of you?
There were other people involved, but I don't remember who they were. For sure, my roommate would have been involved, and some
Having
other.
a party out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, that's where we lived. Was out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
So,
I gotcha. Nice.
Yep. After all the Aquafest activities, made it back to the house, and I had a bonfire in the yard,
Nice.
and stayed up past the dew. Was really the dew had come, the morning dew had come and gone by the time we went to bed, which is some of the fun times. It's harder to do that now for me anyway. I suppose you're still in your prime.
I used
You
to
and your
do it a little
cat
more
cowboy hat.
often, but now it's not as often.
Right, the pandemics make things difficult.
I
Like-
did almost make it to sunrise for New Year's though this year.
Yeah.
Almost. I think I made it to like 5:30.
Almost.
Almost sunrise, not quite. That was fun though.
You know what I'm really looking forward to is
Ooh, what's that?
going out in the Twin Cities, like big city out, bar crawling,
Right.
nightclub going, and just
Right?
letting loose in a strange town with strange people
Yeah.
until strange hours.
Yep.
That would be
That
nuts.
and getting to enjoy some live music with
Yes.
strange people
Yes, I've never
or
wanted
strangers.
other weirdos sweat on me more than I want it right now. And not worry about it, because
I
right
just
now
wanna-
if you sweat on me, I'm gonna be like, why are you sweating on me? Get out of here, you rat licker.
I like listening to music, but I just want to I want to hear it. Oops, sorry. I want to hear it right in front of me, you know?
Yes, and feel it too.
Yeah.
It's a whole experience, one that I enjoy quite immensely.
Me too.
What was the last show that you saw?
The last big one I saw was Blink-182, 2019.
I like that shirt you're wearing.
September, I think.
Is that where you got that shirt?
No, I've had this one since before that. I do like this one though.
Yes,
It says crappy punk rock since '92 across the bottom with a
Hey.
pretty cool van with a bunch of designs on it.
That's a nice looking shirt.
Yeah.
Nice looking shirt, Cordell.
What about you? What was the last? You know what the last show was that you saw?
Could have been Atmosphere. Could have been. Must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it must have been Atmosphere. And that would have been in Duluth. At whatever center they have.
Yeah, I think that's. I want to say that maybe the Amsoil Arena.
Yep.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's sure there. Yep.
I saw Jeff Dunham there one time.
Oh.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
From the very beginning to the very end, I did not stop laughing. It was hilarious.
I like laughter. Feels good.
It does. My face and gut hurt so much from laughing, but it was fun.
Good. I haven't seen stand-up comedy in live in
That's the only time.
more than 10 years. I saw it when I lived in the cities.
Nice.
Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to be a stand-up comic?
I do not believe you have told me about
It
that.
didn't go well. Did not go well. I went to this place that. What did they do? The comedians that were there
Mm-hmm.
told me that I had this joke. I don't remember what it was. It was about cows and other things. And they told me I should make it about bowling and other things. And I truly did not understand how they got from cows to bowling.
To bowling.
And they just thought it was the most clever shit. Like they I didn't understand. But they like
One.
I feel
This
like
is- That is what you're experiencing now with the memes that you that you were referring to earlier, the ones that you just move on by.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was, but now you're getting it in meme form today.
You're not wrong. It's not to say that these were bad comics. Like they were
Right.
funny when they were on the stage. I was laughing.
Right.
But
they just tried to be clever. They tried to be too clever and try to make your joke better, but they totally ruined it for you.
maybe it was just for me too. Maybe it really was funnier, and everybody else would have actually laughed. But I just didn't get it. I did, and maybe that's why I'm not a stand-up comic. I couldn't put all those pieces together and come up with bowling.
Well, and I mean, obviously, I don't know what the joke is, so I'm not sure exactly how they got to this either. But it sounds like even knowing the joke, I might not know. But like,
It was something about.
I'm not personally a stand-up comic, but I feel like part of that is like you have to buy into your own jokes. Like you kind of have to find yourself funny too, right?
Yep,
Like,
that's
how are
true.
you supposed to sell yourself if you
true.
don't even think you're funny?
I think the joke was something about. I had heard the phrase that men in Wisconsin like their women like their cows, and I think I was expanding upon that in some way. Was it a good joke? No. Never said it was. Politically correct? Most definitely, probably not.
No.
But to be fair, I believe I was defending Wisconsin women. I'm just not sure. I don't remember. I blocked a lot of that conversation out
Right, yeah.
for obvious reasons. On a couple different fronts. They turned it into something about bowling, and I didn't understand it. And, it probably wasn't good. No need to remember it. And, yeah.
Oh, well.
But- So I never
like
never tried it again.
yeah. Was this like a comedy club that you were at or something? In
I
the
went to a
cities?
comedy club in
Nice. I've only been to one of those in my life. It was in Orlando,
Orlando.
Florida.
Did you see a people, or did you do a workshop? What was the thing?
I saw an improv show with some friends.
Yes and?
It was fun. It was hilarious.
Yes and?
Yes, and yeah, no, it was great.
Yes and. I have never
Have
seen...
you ever?
Not
No?
I haven't gone to a place and seen improv, but I've seen improv and participated in improv when I was younger,
Mhm.
like high school and church groups and things.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I haven't really seen much improv.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only time that I've ever seen it, but it was pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of improv, is now the time you're going to play the song?
No.
I had to try. I had to try.
Still not a country star. Sorry.
I don't believe you, though. You're going to have a country album. You're going to go platinum. And
Platinum?
yes, and
Yeah.
once you're a platinum selling country star, you're going to buy a NASCAR, and you're going to own a team, and
And you're gonna drive?
No, you want the car to survive more than 1 week. I am going to be an honorary pit crew member. Honorary because I won't do shit to help the car.
Of course not.
I'll just be in the pits, smiling and waving. Maybe handing out chocolate. Yeah,
Hooray.
I'll find a use for myself.
You can be the honorary water boy for the pit crew.
Hell no, H2O. Maybe for the pit crew, that'd be all right. Everybody gets a little water. Pit crews can have a little water. If cats can have a little salami, pit crews can have a little water. Know what I mean?
Gotta stay hydrated out on that hot racetrack, you know. I mean, I feel like it's pretty warm out there. Maybe not. I don't know.
There's a joke about bowling in there somewhere.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. Oh, Cordell.
It's a Sunday.
And here we are. Unplugged and After Hours.
Thank